All right, so in this video, I'm gonna show you some of my workout and some of the stuff that I've been doing now that I'm 36 years old and I'm training for longevity and health and vitality. So I'm just gonna show you some exercises and explain what I'm doing. So first of all is what we call a scapular pull-up, right? So it's gonna go like this, hang, and we're gonna lift our head up away from our shoulders. Like this, 10 times. What that's doing is it's just basically strengthening my back muscles, my shoulder blades, my scapula is what is actually called scapula, but most people that don't train, who doesn't understand its terminology, they call it shoulder blades. But the technical term for it is scapula. And you want to make sure that your scapula is strong so that it stabilizes your upper back and also gives you strength for pull-ups. So the next thing I do is I do a scapular push-up, which I will not show you now because I don't want to move the camera. But the next thing I do as part of my warm-up is, for this particular day, I'm training upper body. So I'm going to do a skin the cat. Now it's kind of hard here because I'm in a home gym, but I'm going to go ahead and do this and show you what it looks like. And this is for shoulder extension, right? So getting your shoulders back here and stretching the front of the shoulder, stretching the, basically shoulder exercise. So I'll show you this right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, it also trains grip strength. Because if you can't grip the bar, then you can't do this exercise. Oh yeah. And you want to just let your body hang as low as you can. 10-second hold. And back up. It's kind of tough here, but we make it work. So we do 2 reps of that. So that's 1 rep, and I've got another rep to do. And yeah, technically you're supposed to do it back to back, but because this setup's a bit difficult for this exercise, I take a little bit of a rest and I go back into the next rep. You might feel it on your elbows and you might feel it in your bicep. But yeah, you need to have good grip strength in order to do this. So that's the first step to work on, is getting good at hanging from the bar. Once you can hang from the bar for at least a minute, you can do movements like this. The key is to go slow and let your body stretch it out. Let gravity do its work. Okay, so that's the first set of the warm-up done. And yeah, it's good. I like that exercise. I feel it a lot on my forearms actually, which means whenever you feel the exercise is usually the weak link. So for me, it's my forearms. They're not weak, but they're just kind of tight. So I feel it there the most. What we're doing next is we're gonna do another set of that. I'm not gonna show you that because it's boring. And then after that, we're gonna do muscle ups. So in this gym, I can't do muscle ups. So I might show you that later, might not, depends on what I decide. But yeah, muscle ups, and then I do high pulls, and then I do dips. So I do those back to back, so superset. So I do a set of high pulls, which is basically getting the chest to the bar, and a pull up, getting the chest to the bar, which you have to pull even more. And then I do dips, and then I do that 3 sets, and then I do some core work, and then that's pretty much it for the workout. Not much, but it's intense, and that's the main thing. So I will show you some things, but not all of the things. All right, so now I'm gonna do some high pulls, because I can't do a muscle up here because it's too shallow. Like my head will hit the ceiling, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna do high pulls instead, and then I'm gonna go straight into dips, and then I'm gonna explain why this works so well. And this is all you need. So high pulls, so trying to get my chest above the bar. So check it out. yeah, so that was high pulls, trying to get my chest higher than the bar, and then go straight into dips. I'll do 15 because 15 dips is a decent amount for me. It's not easy, like 10 dips, and it's not super hard. Notice I go lower than 90 degrees. Pay attention to my breathing too. All right, so that was one superset. Woo! Breathing through your nose is more beneficial than breathing through your mouth, because when you breathe through your nose, so many benefits to nose breathing. You can research it, but basically the main one is you're able to get more oxygen to your body, to your muscles. So that's the main reason. It's hard to do, you gotta practice. Recently I've been practicing sleeping with mouth tape, and that's been helping me a lot. But the first week is torture. First week is really shitty sleep, but after that, it's really good. And it just trains you to be more calm, because when you mouth breathe, you tend to have shortness of breath. And when you're anxious, your breath is shortened. So the first thing to do whenever you're feeling anxious is to take deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 6 deep breaths. Research from Japan, there are studies on this. If you take 6 deep breaths whenever you're feeling anxious, all of a sudden you feel less anxious, feel more calm. Try it out, 6 deep breaths in a row. You'll instantly feel calmer. So I got another set to do. I'm not going to bore you with my workout and show you all the back-to-back sets, but yeah, now it's time. I've been talking way too much, to do another set. And then after that, I'll show you a little bit of the core work I do, and then we'll call it a day. But reason why, going back to what I said earlier, the reason why pull-ups and dips are so effective is if you just did that. I don't advise to only do that, but pull-ups train your biceps, your lats, your upper back, and your traps. So that's like 4 muscles: biceps, traps, upper back, lats. 4 muscles. Oh, and forearms, 5 muscles. So you're going to get bigger forearms as well. 5 muscles in one exercise. Sign me up. And then you got dips. What do dips train? Well, dips train triceps, the back of your arm, shoulders, mostly front delt, lower chest, no man boobs. So that's 3 muscles right there. And then depending on how you do it, you can train your core as well. And your upper back a little bit, not much. So that's like 4 or 5 muscle groups right there. So straight away, 2 exercises, you're hitting 10 muscles with 2 exercises. This is why pull-ups and dips, when you can train your own body weight, when you hit that threshold where you can start lifting your own body weight, this is the holy grail. And this is mostly how I maintain my physique. Like I don't really do much, I don't do bench press at all. I think bench press is not an effective exercise. You can have too many shoulder injuries. You're better off doing push-ups. And when you get really good, put a weight on your back. Put a plate on your back, do push-ups. Push-ups are way more effective than bench press. I said it here first. And because it's just for longevity and shoulder health. Like, push-ups is a natural movement for your body. Bench press is not natural, it's man-made. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna show you some core workout stuff. As you can tell, I'm just riffing. So, core workouts in a bit. All right, so now that I've done the pull-ups and the dips, as you can see, I'm kind of pumped. Now I'm gonna go into some core work and show you what I'm doing here. So basically, it's a hollow body hold. I'll show you. So we want to keep our feet about 6 to 10 inches off the ground. In this case, off the bench. and then our upper back is not touching the bench. So I'll show you what that looks like, and then we're gonna do bench press with one hand. I know I said bench press is not effective, but it's a single arm dumbbell. So dumbbell bench press is actually way more effective because dumbbells allow for more range of motion. But this is just for core stabilization. So I'll show you. I'm using a 12.5 kg weight, just for your information. So we go here on the bench. So upper back's not touching the bench. Just go. And then switch. And that's one set. Woo! Yeah, that's a core workout. And you can do that without the weight. You can just hold it with a hollow body hold, like this. Same effect. You can hold that for 30 seconds or 15 seconds. It's quite difficult. But yeah, this is what I do. This workout particularly is once a week. And then I do some other stuff, like some other core work that's not really, it's kind of advanced stuff. So I don't really want to show you all my workout because it's quite advanced. So yeah, most of the people that are watching this, maybe you included, maybe you're not at that level yet, which is fine. You know, you've got to work from where you're at. And that's the thing most people don't want to do, is my mentor always said, most people skip the start, so they never get started. It's like you've got to stay within your level and then progress from there. So wherever your level is at, if you can't do one pull-up right now, obviously the first step is to get strong enough so you can do one pull-up. If you don't have enough core strength to lift your legs off the ground for 15 seconds, then you need to start doing exercises that build your core strength. One of the reasons why I like pull-ups is because they build core strength. Most of my workouts, most of the training I do has knock-on effects on other things. So like, for example, I don't train flat bench press with the barbell because that doesn't really carry over to anything. I do exercises that have carryover, which means that I can have leverage within my workouts. Everyone understands leverage in terms of making more money and doing more with less, but leverage applies to all areas of life, especially in the gym. So I want to do the least amount of work and get the most amount of results. And that's what I focus on with my workouts. That's why I don't spend like 3 hours in the gym, because I'm not one of those people that looks at myself like a movement guy. I just like to move my body. And I know I'm sitting down right now, but I'm talking to you. But yeah, you can do more with less. And for most people, it's all about leverage, because you've got a life, you're busy, you don't want to be spending hours and working out. You just want to do the most effective things and know that what you're doing is improving your strength, building more muscle, getting stronger. It's actually improving how you move, and it's also helping you feel better in your body. That's it. That's pretty much all the goals you have when it comes to physical training, right? That's what we want to do. So whatever can do that in the least amount of time, sign me up. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's pretty much all I got for this video. I don't really like showing my workouts because I feel like it doesn't really show the most value to you, because, and you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong here, but the most value that you can get from me is the perspective shift as to why we do this. Not actually me doing it, because that's no value to you. It maybe motivate you to get in the gym by yourself, but outside of that, when you understand why you're doing it, it makes doing it a lot easier to do. Most people know they need to go to the gym, but they don't do it. Why? Because they don't have a solid reason. They haven't got clear on why they're doing this shit. That's why it's hard for them to get up and go. But if you are very clear on where you want to be physically 20 years from now, it's going to make it a lot easier to do the work today. And when you do something every day, it just becomes easy. So the more you work out and be consistent with your workouts, the more that habit gets ingrained in you, and the more it just becomes part of who you are. And furthermore, you get addicted to feeling the good feeling that you get after a workout. And so every day you want to crave that even more. All the people that I know who do drugs, they don't exercise consistently. If they did exercise consistently, I guarantee you they wouldn't want to do drugs. The reason why people do drugs, the reason why people do anything in life is for a feeling. So people want to feel a different way. That's why they do drugs. Well, when you work out and have a good workout, you're going to feel better afterwards. So it's the same way you feel better when you smoke weed, when you drink alcohol. You can have that same feeling, similar, not the same, obviously, but you can feel good after a workout. So what's your drug of choice? That's the ultimate question to ask yourself. And my drug of choice is working out and feeling good in my body. So hopefully you find that helpful. Let me know what you want to know more about in the comments. What did you find interesting? What do you want to know more about? And I'll get to it. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.